Hello, we are still on the beautiful island of North Uist. We actually were intending to be on the Isle of Harris today and enjoying this amazing winter sunshine. However, basically if you want a holiday where you know exactly what you're going to do every day, then number one, don't go away with a camper van, and number two is don't come to the Outer Hebrides, because when you come to a place like this with a camper van or any kind of leisure vehicle, you have to go with the flow, and these little hiccups are part of the adventure. And what's happened is that it seems that the regular ferry between North Uist and Harris is on its annual refit, and they've put a tiny weeny little ferry on in its place, and there was no room for us, so we've had to book. We've booked for tomorrow. However, the weather tomorrow is due to be horrendous, and there's every chance we might not get there this weekend. So we'll just kind of see what happens. So while we're here on North Uist, we're just going to make the most of this fantastic weather and go for a walk along the beach and maybe see if we can see any seals. What do you reckon, Dougal? Alright, throw it in a minute. Just want to show people the beach. Look at this. Just look at it, and look at the colour of the sea. I'm not going to get my own reflection out of that, am I? Look at that. Shadow even. That's beautiful. Hello! Alright, I throw your ball. Boing, boing. No seals though, so we'll head back to the van and probably head on up to Berneray. What do you reckon, Dougal? Yeah. You're happy? You're happy to be in the Hebrides? He's a happy Hebridean pup. Finally ready to go to Berneray, aren't we, Dougal? Slight issue with the Outer Hebrides that not many people will tell you about. It's called Island Time, or Hebridean Time, and that is, for some reason, time just disappears on the islands. It just disappears. It runs in a different way than it does back on mainland, and I think that's to do with the fact that you stop, you talk to people, you don't walk past them, you look at the view, you don't look down at your phone, and all these things take time. Island time. And that's why it is now 20 to 3, not a huge amount of daylight left. We're nowhere near Berneray yet because we've just been too busy enjoying the beach and taking photos and playing ball and talking to other dog walkers, and yeah. Anyway, let's see how far we get before it gets too dark. Right, and Dougal, what do you reckon about this spot, hey? What do you reckon about this spot? Not bad. Yeah, we've been here before. Some of you might recognise this spot from some previous vlogs. One of my favourite spots on North Uist. Well, we've parked up again because I just thought I'd bring you and show you Dougal and Sticir, which is on the road from North Uist to Berneray. And apparently there's been some kind of a done here for 2,000 years, and most recently the 16th century, the time of Finlaggan. And it's quite easy to reach from the road. Just where well is, because we've already fallen down a couple of peat bogs, but there it is. So you can actually see too the remains of the causeway too. So here we have the remains of the causeway. One of the causeways over. Welly boots are handy. Whoa! Not that easy when you're trying to balance a camera, because these rocks are very slippery. It's alright for you, you've got 4-paw drive. Here we are. Yeah, so you can continue out on these old causeways to get to the Dougal, and it's I just think it's amazing that 500 years ago the Lords of the Isles could have been making their way over this very causeway. It's just absolutely gobsmackingly awesome. Still, back to the van, see if we do eventually get to Berneray one of these days. This is the causeway to Berneray from North Uist, and then as soon as you're over the causeway you'll see there's a right turn for the ferry boat over the Sound of Harris, but also those of you coming with camper vans, there is a camper van disposal point. Not to dispose of your camper van, but to dispose of the waste in your camper van, like chemical waste. There comes the little ferry, that's the little replacement ferry that is on the run at the moment instead of the Loch Borsten. So while we're here, we shall avail ourselves of the facilities. Right, so we've done what we need to do. That's the ferry heading over to its berth over on North Uist. Quick tour of the facilities here at Berneray. So there is the freshwater tap, and you might have seen me using that in previous vlogs for washing off the rig if it gets covered in sea spray when you're coming over the Sound of Harris. And then around here is the disposal point for your chemical toilet. Berneray Ferry Port. And as I say, there goes the ferry over to North Uist, where it goes to bed for the night. And what a beautiful sunset. So here we are, Seal Point, and yeah, I can see some seals. Let's get the big camera out. Mission accomplished, and a big thank you to my friend Kelly for the loan of her very impressive white lens here to capture the seals. Well, we're losing the light. I think that's about all the sightseeing we're going to do now for one day. So there's only one thing left to do. Cup of tea. Okay, so that's me settled. Cup of tea on the go while the light fades. Just gonna sit here and watch the seals for a little bit, chill out, and then we're going to head back to my friend's croft later tonight. So I hope you enjoyed that little day out with us today on North Uist and Berneray. It wasn't the vlog in Harris and Lewis as we planned, but you know what? Life is what happens when you've made other plans. Either way, we've had a great day. Hope you've enjoyed sharing it with us. It just leaves me to say from me and from Dougal. Smile, Dougal. I don't think we're going to get a lot of change out of him. Thanks for tuning in.